Oh, hello everyone, this is me, Dusty Circuit here. Welcome to another Kerbal Space Program video. And this time we're picking up where we left off with our Quack Pack mission, which, to recap, in the past couple of videos we've actually come to the Quack Pack system of planets, which is really close to the star Kerbal in the center of the Kerbal system. Like, for reference, this is Moho, and like that's Moho over there, and this is where we are right now. And in the first episode of this mission, I actually went through. I did some aero brakes, like a couple through Jots to slow down, and then a whole bunch through Sins to slow down even further. And then the last episode, we actually landed on Sind. As you can see, there's no longer a lander in our so the lander I sent as part of my mothership is no longer here, as that's actually been used to land on Sind. Well, I sent another lander that I redesigned, and then after landing that one, I decided to crash that other one that I sent with the ship into Sind, just kind of as a fun way to end off the video. But this time, this part of our mission is done, and at least hopefully it should be the hardest part of this mission over with. As we only from here, that's gonna get a lot easier, as we'll be moving away from the sun. As we go to the next destination, which will be Jot. Which you may have seen in the not the previous video, but the video before that, where we actually did aero brakes through it. But in this video, we are going to be landing on its moon first, but then I'm planning on doing possibly a mission where we send this plane to dive into Jot's atmosphere. And so I've kind of made, I guess at this point, I've kind of made gas giant diving sort of a staple of my series, so I guess it would make sense to do that here. So I guess let's, without further ado, let's actually start. So let's actually start our escape burn from Sind. And then let's plan our course towards Jot. So that was correcting our inclination, and now we can plan our intersect. Which is quite expensive because we're actually pretty low in Kerbal's gravity well, and thus it's going to require a lot of delta V to pull off this burn. Well, that's not a problem for us, as we have fusion propulsion. But it looks like we might have to do at least one orbit just to get into a transfer window. And also we have to kind of well, not that I don't think this would actually be much of a problem for me, because, well, I have so much delta V on my craft that even, like, if we could just slow down completely and go in the opposite direction. But I guess just to make this proper, well, I guess I'll try to go in the direction that will be orbiting in the same way as its moon. Crap, I didn't want to... Oh wait, we actually have to go, Wait, I thought I overshot my... Thought I time warped too far, and then I nudged the maneuver, and now I lost my intersect. And there we go, that fixed it. Okay, we're still apparently on the wrong side. Yeah, it should be our approach fixed now, hopefully. This time, I don't think it would be a good idea to try air braking, because, well, the way this ship works, it basically, our center of mass is not in an ideal position for the craft to be stable within the atmosphere, so... Like when it has too much drag on it, it has a tendency to want to flip over. And for most of this mission, I've been relying on RCS to prevent that. But we're kind of rather low on our monopropellant supply at this point, so I think the better approach would be to just do, just kind of do a retrograde burn, good old-fashioned retrograde burn. And it looks like it's gonna take roughly an hour to pull off. Or we also have that, but that's with our engine on the normal reaction products mode. Of course, we also have the afterburning mode. Looks like we're gonna have to radio out burn because we're gonna be going into Jots' atmosphere on the now, which we don't want. Switch to afterburn mode. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to apoapsis and burn, just so nudging our trajectory down into the atmosphere isn't gonna be a problem. Okay, we are now captured in orbit. And I also switched my engine out of afterburn mode just so I can conserve fuel. Okay, and now that we're in this orbit, I think we'll try for an encounter with the moon there. I think it's called Subon. Okay, I'm not sure how difficult this encounter is going to be, and guessing, yeah, just as I thought, it has a very low gravity, so we're probably going to have to treat it somewhat like kind of like more like a rendezvous than a planetary encounter. Okay, anytime now, should get an encounter. Oh, there we go. Okay, I really don't like that our rendezvous is going to be on the dark side of the planet, but I guess we're just going to have to take it. Yeah, I don't know why the speed we need to circularize is only going up as I'm burning retrograde. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to make this. Well, I guess I'm just gonna try and match my orbit the best I can, so that way our relative speed isn't too high. Or, well, since we're, oh, I just had this idea, well, since we're in, since our ship has, fusion propulsion, we could probably just go straight towards it and then slow down, but that might be a bit challenging to pull off. Okay, okay, this bug is really annoying. Like it. I don't know if you can tell, but my speeds is like increasing erroneously. Or I don't know, maybe it's not. Look like. Okay, let me just jump cut until we actually have another encounter. Okay, this time we have a much lower relative speed, so hopefully at least we have a better chance this time. Well, we might just be able to manage this. Okay. Okay, now we just need to turn our wonky suborbital trajectory into some resemblance of an orbit. And hopefully this maneuver will do it. Okay, go that way, spaceship. Thank you. Okay, we're actually just now or just about out of our liquid hydrogen fuel, so it's actually quite fortuitous that we actually managed to get into an orbit just now. And there's Jots moon, right, in its full glory. And, well, if you're wondering, well, how are we going to land on it? Well, I do have my space plane, and we're just gonna use that. Just need to transfer our monopropellant into the space plane. That, of course, it's been being used up across the whole craft. So, of course, the plane's monopropellant tanks are going to need to be topped up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some, transfer some crew. Under our plane. Now we can, depart. Okay, I don't want to be landing in this spot. Okay, hopefully it's gonna stop us sliding down this hill that we're on. Or I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting us quick save. We're landed. I don't know, maybe I'll go up and then try to land down there. That way we're not constantly sliding down a hill. Yeah, looks like we're still sliding, so we're gonna have to, maybe we'll just roll down the hill a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now we're finally landed. Okay, that was more frustrating than it needed to be, but here we are. Oh wait, I guess I did. This isn't. I don't have the. I have an engineer Kerbal when I need a scientist to do that stuff. I don't know. I guess we'll probably skip this. Or. I don't know. Maybe we'll just have a scientist reset our instruments when we're at the mothership. And feel free to pause the video and that you read that in detail. And I'm just gonna do some mining if we can to replenish all of our RCS fuel that we burned trying to land. And now I guess it's time that we take off and we rendezvous with our mothership. Okay, just gotta deal with this bug apparently. Oh, and also, figured I should mention this, especially for any of my audience who has either been watching my videos or Bogue's videos, or frankly any Kerbal Space Program videos for that matter, and has maybe been interested in getting this game and playing it themselves. Well, Kerbal Space Program is on sale. It is on Steam. It's like it's on a 75% discount. Like meaning that the game alone can be had for $10, and the game with the Breaking Ground and Making History DLCs included can be had for $15. I would recommend you get it with the DLCs because the Making History one in particular actually gives you bigger rocket parts, like without it, the biggest rocket parts that are in the game are 3.75 meter diameter. But with the Breaking Ground DLC, the largest ones are 5 meter diameter. It makes it easier to build. It makes it easier to do larger, to actually launch larger ships, because you have bigger. You can build bigger, rockets, and with fewer parts. Is from my understanding, the reason that larger ships are laggy in KSP is part count, more so than size. So if you have bigger parts, you can build big rockets with fewer parts. And from my understanding, that helps make the game less laggy for you. And the DLCs also come with other parts as well. So I mean, if you want the full experience, I would recommend you pick up KSP 1 with the DLCs included, as it's only a $5 increase from its discounted price of $10. And as for what the price of the game is, usually it's kind of been all over the place. Like, last I checked prior to the sale, KSP 1 was like $50 or something, which is just crazy. Like, I don't get, why would it be that much? I have no idea. But if you're any bit interested in playing this game yourself, I would pick it up now, and and then you can always install it anytime. Because when you first buy the game, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to install it now. It just means when you buy the game, you own the game. So if you're any little bit interested in actually playing this game, I'd recommend you purchase it now, or if not now, before the sale ends, which is going to be on the February the 24th, as I'm recording this video. So, but probably if you check the date this video comes up, I would buy it now, because you don't know, probably might be a couple days after I upload this video. But as far as getting into this game, I would recommend you start out with the stock game. But I would recommend you, at the very least, if your computer can handle it, you install the visual enhancements. Because it's really significantly changes the look of the game. Like, it's basically like, it's like the game becomes like, it looks more like Kerbal Space Program 2 than Kerbal Space Program 1, at least in terms of graphics fidelity. As far as getting into this game, I'd recommend you start out with just stock. But And then once you've kind of gotten the hang of the game, what the stock game is like, I then get into some mods. But as far as installing mods, I highly recommend you get the CCAN launcher, as it really significantly makes the process of installing mods a lot easier, as it's literally as simple as it makes it as simple as just clicking buttons or through a rather intuitive interface. Anyways, I believe I started out playing this game, like, I think the first mod that the first mods I introduced myself to were, I think I got, like, the scatter, the parallax, and, I think I started out with Astromir's visual pack, but that was prior to me getting that was prior to me getting the volumetric clouds mod, and then I did the outer planets mod. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a jump cut so I do get this docking pulled off. It seems to be being difficult.